Hey.
First of all, congratulations to Minnesota Blues. Really, great football game. Not the greatest conditions, but tell you what, two tough football teams played out here tonight. I hope everybody understands that. We have 20 seniors. It's pretty hard for them right now, but they've had a great career, and they put it all on the line tonight, and I'm really proud of that. We've had some great wins this year, and this is a tough loss, but life is going to go on. Our seniors are going to graduate. They're going to move out into the real world, and if they show the character that they've shown this year as seniors, then we're going to be proud of them. They're going to be what we want. They're going to be contributors in the game of life, and that's the most important thing.
Okay, let's start with questions for the players, and again, guys, if you could address what media outlet you're from, we appreciate it. Questions for the players?
Blake, can you describe the balance like throwing and hitting inside?
Like Coach said, the conditions were tough, but that's not an excuse. Probably played the worst game I've ever played, and just didn't get the job done.
Blake, Sam Robinson, St. Joe News Press. You guys have come through so many times in that spot. What was different tonight? What were you seeing on the last outlet of that drive?
They were keeping everything in front of them the whole game, not giving up the deep ball at all, and they were doing a good job of rallying to the football on the underneath routes. Definitely thought we got that first down on fourth down. Didn't turn out that way, and they, like I said, their defense made plays when they needed to.
How tough is it to go down like that on a review?
It's tough.
You said it was the worst game you ever played. Was it because of the weather conditions?
No, just didn't play a very good game, and I'm not going to blame anything on the weather. I've played in terrible weather games before in my career and done just fine. Played in rain and sleet and snow and wind and everything this whole season, in fact, and I just didn't make the plays that I needed to play, that I needed to make today, and
Willie, what was it like going against such an effective one-dimensional offense?
We tried to get them in those third and long situations, but we weren't winning the first down and second down battles, so it was pretty tough to do that. And that long run at the end by Q hurt us a little bit. They caught us in the right. We had a blitz on, and they sealed us off pretty good, and he just stepped up, and we didn't have anybody in the alley. So, it's pretty tough when you try to make a team one-dimensional, the opposite of what they want to do, and we just don't have success at it.
52, Andy Greener with the Search View. Talk about what they're able to do with the running game. Why are they so successful in that realm of the game?
Their running backs run hard, and their offensive line, they lock on and they move their feet to the whistle, so, they're a great offensive line, great program, so, they were efficient in what they wanted to do today, and we just didn't come up with enough stops. We didn't get off the field enough and give our offense a chance to make plays for us.
Jordan, you talked about earlier this week how frustrating it was watching the last time you guys played the league from home. How frustrating was it being targeted this time?
Very frustrating. Just knowing how hard these seniors have worked this year, all the blood, sweat, and tears we put in together throughout the season, all the close games we've had, just being able to come up here and get a chance of revenge and coming up that short is very frustrating.
Blake, how tough was it not having Josh tonight to consistently move those chains you've had all year?
Josh has been a big part of our offense all year, and he did everything in his power to try and make it back for this game. even suited up tonight, tried to run on it, but, you know, it just wasn't in the cards for him tonight. You know, like I said, he did everything he could to try and be out there on the field with us tonight, and I know he's hurting just like we're hurting right now.
Willie, that final, Mike Cook for NCAA.com, that final Duluth scoring drive, you guys had twice on 3rd down, once on 4th down. Was it just, why couldn't stops he made?
I asked myself that out there on the field. They just were moving us up inside. They were getting in the hole, and their running backs were running head over heels. So we just weren't getting the piles moved back on those 3rd downs and shorts, and on that 4th down, we were even lined up wrong on that 4th down, and that was why he was able to step up into that big alleyway. So I'm not trying to take anything away from them. They're a great team, like I said before, but just maybe getting lined up right, we might have been able to stop them on that 4th down. So I don't know, it just wasn't in the cards for us tonight.
Jordan, what was it like playing through, just being in these conditions, and do you think they affected you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the weather's gonna be the weather regardless of what you're playing. I mean, it's about going up there and getting 110%. Whether it's hot or cold,
Any further questions for the players?
Blake, the turnovers obviously were a big part of the last time you guys played Duluth, and obviously a big role night. Thoughts on that?
You know, like I said, I feel like I let everybody down. I couldn't take advantage of the opportunities. That felt like the defense did a good job of stopping them in the second half, and I didn't make the plays when I needed to make them.
Okay. Thanks, players and coaches, and stick around. Thank you, guys. Question for the coach?
Just because the middle one, when he turns the page, I can really hear it loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
There?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you. Coach, questions for the coach?
Coach, what would be the condition of your mind? How would you think you would adapt to this?
Well, I think both teams played extremely well. They were tough conditions, but they weren't any tougher for us than they were for them. I thought that, there wasn't a fumble turnover. There was 3 fumbles in the game is all. I thought our guys caught the ball pretty well. It's tough on the kickers. Probably it's tougher on special teams, the snappers, the holders, and kickers than anybody else, the punters. But I know the kids, both teams, we sure don't have anything to hang our head about the weather.
How much do you think the win, though, took eliminated a little bit of the passing game when you guys have had thrived
Well,
all year?
Check our scores. I think we scored against the wind, didn't we? Twice, and Duluth scored against the wind. So it was windy, But we played in bad conditions before. You have to play it. That football's a game that you're not always going to have ideal conditions.
Coach Blake said it was one of the worst games he's ever played. Would you agree with that statement?
No, he's
If
taking
so-
too much on himself. He feels bad. I feel bad for him. But we have 20 seniors, and the strength of our football team and the strength of our program is that our kids play hard and they play together and they play for each other. And this was no different tonight. There was lots of factors involved, and there's lots of plays, and you can't pin an interception or two or whatever. You can't pin that on yourself. But that's a tendency we have to do because they care so much. He cares about his teammates.
Coach Wu mentioned their struggles on 1st down defensively. Overall, though, how do you think defense played?
I thought we did well. Probably the only disappointing thing defensively is I think twice we had them pinned. Michael Stadler had a couple of great punts, and we had them pinned, and we couldn't hold them down there. We let them get out of the hole once they were with the wind and once they were against the wind. And you know, that's a huge swing, but, you know, give them the credit, man, they can run the football. And, you know, they're missing a guy that was pretty good too, Isaac Odom. I saw him play as a sophomore, so, you know, they're a good football team. They're good up front. Those offensive linemen do a great job. And, you know, and they did what they had to do to win a football game.
How did the quarterback and his consistent ability to make your defense miss with fakes, you know, cause a problem for you guys?
Well, he's a great competitor. You know, I mean, he makes plays when he has to make plays. That's what you look for. That's what you like in an athlete. And, you know, some guys are gifted athletes, but some guys are great competitors. And he's gifted, but he's a great competitor. And he's the kind of guy that makes that play and scores. A lot of people couldn't make that play.
How would you rank UMD with the teams you played? How do you think they stand up?
They're really good. It's so different because we don't, you have to understand, we haven't seen too many teams run football like this. And so it's a lot different. Kingsville was an awfully good football team. Central Missouri was an awfully good football team, both of those. But, you know, Duluth is going to be a national champion as far as I'm concerned. So they're really good too.
Coach, your thoughts on the way that last play was overturned? It was Jake Safford.
Well, that's the you know, what'll make you laugh will make you cry, you know. And we had a couple of them go our way, and that one didn't. And you know, that's why they have instant replay. They got it right. You know, you know, that's just the way it is.
Do you think the offenses was a little slower, not slower, but tough without Josh? I mean, being able to
We miss Josh Baker. He's a great contributor for us. There's no doubt about that. And you know, he did a lot of great things for us. It got better and better as the season went along. Sure, we missed him, but you know, when you get to this point in the season, you know, it's survival of the fittest, and you move on. And I was proud of everybody that stepped in. You know, we lost Rod Williams, and John Petroff stepped in there, did a good job. Vinny DeFeo probably played one of his best games. You know, he's probably the best game he's played. And not so much catching football, but blocking and doing a great job. And that's what you want in a football team.
How big? Go ahead.
What was the one thing just offensively that consistently struggled with all night?
I don't know that there's one thing. You know, we just, you know, it was a point where we had a couple of times where we didn't make a play. And Blake threw it up for grabs a couple of times, and that's the difference in the ball game.
How big were Jordan's two touchdown conversions at the time?
Oh, those are big. You know, we hammered it in there 3 times in a row, and figured we could get outside, and we did, and that was a big play for us. And he made a great catch, and that was a great throw by Blake too. You know, he forgot about that. I mean, he was getting smacked right in the mouth as he threw that ball, and it was right on the money, and it was a touchdown.
We have time for one final question.
Yeah, before you have to answer that, I mean, 19 for 29 tonight, pretty darn good. That's why he's a finalist for the Harlan Hill.
Any final questions? No? Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.